Hi, Shermanators. Okay, we're on chapter 6 this morning. Miss Rooney's class marched down the hall to the art room. Emily walked in the back of Don Bosco. What's your group making? She asked. Don shook her head. I can't tell. It's a secret. Emily bit her lip. What's your group making? Don asked. It's a secret too, I guess, Emily said. They went into the art room. Mrs. Carroll was waiting. We have a nice project today, she said. We're going to make placemats. What's that? Beast asked. You guys know what those are. You don't know what a placemat is? Sherry Dent asked. Beast shook his head. It's for under your plate, said Mrs. Carroll. At dinner time. Oh, hello. Judith has joined us for story time. Have a seat, Jude. Oh, said Beast. Emily looked at him. She smiled. She could tell Beast wasn't crazy about making placemats. Mrs. Carroll had material in her hand. Yellow squares, pink squares, ugly orange squares. Emily tapped Don on his shoulder. What color? Mrs. Carroll frowned. If you don't want to make a placemat, Emily. I do, Emily said quickly. She sat up very straight. Mrs. Carroll began to walk around the room. She gave a pink square to Wayne, then a yellow square to Jason. I'm going to infer, boys and girls, that Mrs. Carroll didn't like that Emily was talking when she was trying to give directions. Emily hoped Mrs. Carroll wouldn't run out of pink before she had a chance to pick. I guess she likes pink like me. Can I have two? Don asked Mrs. Carroll. One from my mother and one from my father. Emily frowned. She hoped Don wasn't going to pick all the pink. Don picked one yellow and one pink. Emily could see there was only one piece of pink paper left. Emily tapped Beast on the shoulder. What color are you going to pick? She asked. Beast made a face. Pink, I guess. Well, if you don't care, Emily began. What color, Richard, would you like? Mrs. Carroll asked. I don't care, said Beast. Mrs. Carroll gave Beast a yellow piece of paper. Thank goodness, Emily was probably thinking. Emily breathed a sigh of relief. I'll take a pink one, she told Mrs. Carroll. Please? Last pink one, Mrs. Carroll said. Everyone else will have to take a yellow or an orange. So here's Emily, very happy. She's going to get that pink piece of paper for the placemat. A few minutes later, Mrs. Carroll walked around again. She gave everyone colored yarn and a fat needle. Ooh, I'm going to sew one. Picture your placemat, she said. Think of it on the table. Emily closed her eyes. She thought of her pink placemat. It was on the kitchen table. Now, said Mrs. Carroll, how will you make your placemat pretty? I'm going to make a flower, said Linda. I'm going to write my name, said Beast. Emily thought about writing her name, too. Then she had a wonderful idea. She squeezed her eyes shut tight like she's thinking. She could picture Miss Vincent's kitchen table. Miss Vincent was having supper. Miss Vincent was still wearing her wedding veil. Snaggle doodles, Emily thought. This idea was going to be the greatest. She grinned. Miss Vincent had a pink placemat under her plate. Her name was written on it. Emily frowned a little. But what was Miss Vincent's first name? She poked Beast. Hey, Beast. Beast turned around. He was trying to get his wool into the needle, so they're trying to thread the yarn to make their placemat. What's Miss Vincent's first name? Emily asked. Beast looked up at the ceiling. Sally, I think. Sally? Yeah, right, Sally. I used to know how to spell that, Emily said, but now I can't remember. Spell what? Matthew asked. I'm a great speller. You know he's not. Sally, Emily said. That's easy. Matthew said. S-A-L, Sally. He tried to think. It has to be an E because I hear an E. That's good thinking because it does sound like an E. Emily sucked on her blue wool. She made it into a pretty, nice sharp point. Then she stuck the wool through the needle. So she's going to thread the needle. She squinted her eyes to make sure she got it in there. Then she stared at the pink square, her piece of paper. And then she put S-A-L-E. So she had the right idea, Sally, which really spells sail, in the middle. And then maybe she put a flower on it too. Emily stabbed her needle into the square. It was going to be the wonderful wedding present for Miss Vincent. So there you have it, my friends. Emily had good intentions. She wants to make something very pretty for Miss Vincent. So she's not thinking of herself. She's being selfless. However, not really a good idea to ask Matthew how to spell Sally. Who might she have asked? Mrs. Carroll? Well, stay tuned for tomorrow, chapter 7. Will Emily figure out that she spelled Miss Vincent's name wrong? And Is Sally even Miss Vincent's name? So stay tuned, guys, for chapter 7. Shermanator out.